What's up guys, Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, doing a Kurumx VOD review with some spicy tech that I saw, well actually heard Weijian Iverson, who, you know, every video at this point, I am contractually obligated to say Weijian Iverson's name at least once in my video because he's doing so well on ladder. But he actually mentioned this tech on his stream, and I said, okay, you know what? I need to go find a VOD of somebody actually playing this tech. It is a really cool idea, and so we'll talk about it a little bit further as we actually get into the video. But you know, shout out to Weijian for mentioning it on his stream, and then shout out to Kurumx for actually ending up in the spot to play it. So start off here with a Battle Academia opener. Nothing too crazy here, honestly. We have the Katarina, but who's playing Katarina reroll? Me, actually, in tournament today. I went 6th. It felt good. If you guys didn't catch my my tournament VOD, then good. First augment here, you see Living Forge, you click Living Forge, and we see the statistically worse Ornn artifact in the game here. Silvermere Dawn, Hull Crusher, you know, all this other kind of interesting stuff. But, you know, Kurumx is going to do something here that might surprise you. And he's actually going to take Silvermere Dawn here. This item, let me pull up the stats just to, it averages a 4.9. It averages basically a 5 right now. But Kurumx actually, he's going to pull up the stats for it. Silvermere Dawn, and then you actually have to bring these stats down really far because only 30 games have been played for it at this point. But if you throw blue buff into the planner, all of a sudden it becomes like actually quite strong. What's the idea here between Silvermere Dawn and blue buff? Well, they took the mana gen off of Silvermere Dawn, but they actually did buff up the stats on Silvermere Dawn. It gets a little bit more armor and MR than it used to, so you still have all of the combat power from Silvermere Dawn, but you lose the ability to actually like cast quickly, which is, you know, part of what was strong about Silvermere Dawn. And he's going to pull down to Emerald here to see. I mean, there's just so few games. Actually, the number of games is crazy. But yeah, the idea is we can counteract the fact that, well, now Silvermere Dawn, it doesn't give us any mana anymore, but we can build a blue buff, and all of a sudden that's not an issue because we can just get all of this mana gen from the blue buff. You know, it's the item that gives us the single most, you know, mana gen in the game. So that is the long and short of it. It's kind of maybe not surprising. We also, like, we're actually playing strongest board here. Unstoppable slammed Starax as well. Unstoppable kind of cool because it makes the Jayce fly around the board, and then you don't have the downside of him, you know, moving very slowly with the Silvermere Dawn. I am just a tad bit surprised that, you know, he slammed and is trying to win streak here because you do need this blue buff, absolutely need. But I guess his read is that it's not going to be too hard to find one more tier by the end of the game, and for now, just, you know, saving HP, being strong is really good. Starax is the other item, ideally, that you do take here. And ooh, there is a double tier carousel, so maybe we can get it. One's gone already, and yeah, there's the second one gone. So we could just take maybe a Caitlyn with the belt here. This can be Evan's Shroud eventually. It could be Guardbreaker, and it is also just a Caitlyn because we are going to be playing old school Battle Academia reroll here. You know, playing for Caitlyn, playing for Jayce, rerolling both of them, and yeah, that is going to be the board. Interesting, we could play 5 BA here, but Kurumx saying the value of getting these extra traits, the Bastion and the Prodigy, is too high to cut, which honestly, in spots like these, it often is the case where, yeah, you could cut 2 units, get to 5 Battle Academia, but you lose out on 3 traits, one of which is really consequential in the Bastion for the for our 2-star Garen frontline. So yeah, gonna continue on with this board here, quite strong. Really just chilling. Need to make gold this round, which I guess he's almost it almost looks like he's looking at selling Katarina here. I'd be kind of surprised to see that because that is our 5 Battle Academia. I know this Katarina unit kind of stinks, but I mean, you must be able to play Vertical Battle Academia, right? I mean, we shall see, I guess. But okay, rotate into this guy who is level 4. We should be able to win this as well. And yeah, it's almost a 5 streak for Kurumx. So this is why he did make that double slam. Yes, finding the blue buff is important, but you know, giving ourselves a potential 5 streak is more important. And yeah, he is going to sell the Katarina. So he's saying, I am not at all interested in playing 5 Battle Academia unless that comes along, you know, with a Jayce. If I find Jayce, then I can just play Jayce Caitlyn, and I don't need the Katarina until level 7. So that's the idea. Interesting, but makes sense. He's still looking at items here. I don't know, maybe some person in his chat's talking about Viego or something. Silvermere Dawn. Yeah, I don't know what he's looking at there. Cloak here could be Even Shroud. Will, has decent like. I mean, Even Shroud Guardbreaker, or you could hold on to the glove to make IE later. We'll see. I think Even Shroud makes a good bit of sense as a slam here. He's really, yeah, he's looking at Seraphine with Silvermere. I mean, the stats. Don't look that good, honestly, after he filtered down everything. He is going to make the Even Shroud here, and yeah, the Guardbreaker would be the other slam here, but we don't really have anyone to put it onto, and it's kind of awkward to have Guardbreaker without IE onto Caitlyn, because her spell can't crit, and you're wasting all these crit stats, so yeah. What is he? God, he is going down the rabbit hole of all these Silvermere Dawn stats, but yeah, I think it's going to be okay here. All right, next augment, Blazing Soul, Prismatic Ticket, Building Buried Treasures. Pris Ticket in comps like this feels quite awkward to me. Buried Treasures feels pretty, all of these feel pretty awkward to me. I guess worst case I would take the tickets. I mean, the problem with Buried, don't you just take this? It gives you a blue buff. The tier is kind of awkward now after that, but it does give you a blue buff, which is cool. So yeah, I think you do have to take this, and you can use the red buff. It's actually pretty nice. And then you can just throw these onto Cinder for now until you end up finding the Jayce. All right, so there we go. We teleported to the blue buff. This is why you greed sometimes, or why you don't greed sometimes, because we ended up finding our way to the blue buff and it was fine. And yeah, he does actually, because he needs to finish off a belt plus a tier item here, and why not just make the Spirit Visage? So nice item slam there from Kurumx here. We didn't actually level this round, which is kind of funny, but I mean, like, it ends up being fine. He still gets to make 50 gold, and he can just level this round for basically free. I mean, I guess if he wants to maximize his gold usage, he would not level here, but I imagine that you just level here, throw a random Caitlyn on the board, or even just second Ezreal or something. He is going to just full pre-level it and say, you know what, nothing to add here, so not much to do. I will just peepo sit on this level here, so all good. All right, going to continue to sit on this big Silvermere Garen. Until we find the Jayce 2, this is really going to be our best bet. We'll finally team planner out the Star Guardian, Battle Academia. I mean, I've played Battle Academia so little as like a reroll comp this patch that I'm even forgot what it's called. Sword or bow here, ideal takes off carousel here. I mean, super like sword greater than sign, and then bow, because we really want that IE for Kate. Can't get it, so maybe it's Rod Kate, really. I kind of think it might be tier. He does take Rod just for the Rod Kate, fair enough. I mean, it is an extra Caitlyn, which doesn't feel bad. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, I don't know exactly. I mean, this Rod, like we've made red buff already, so it can't be Morello. Gwynce's Kate is not amazing. Gunblade for somebody down the line, maybe Crown Guard probably is our best bet, but I guess we'll see where this actually ends up. But yeah, still 0 Jayces actually, which is the only thing that's a little scary about Kurum's spot, is he is Jayceless, completely Jayceless. The other kind of nice thing though about this spot is you do have your second Ornn item coming very, very soon, and this is a comp where Jayce can use a lot of Ornn items. If you are Silvermere Dawn plus blue buff, you can throw other Ornn items like Special Cutlass onto him, all the ones that used to be very, very strong on him, all that kind of stuff. What is this, by the way? Double Radiant Archangels. I mean, is it even that good? I mean, his frontline, you probably prefer Radiant Archangels plus some kind of like Radiant frontline item. Double Radiant Archangels. I mean, if he makes it to late game fights, he'll be strong. That guy has to find Caretakers, by the way. I don't know if he has it, but you're not really going to want the extra damage from the fairy one. You kind of need Caretakers in that spot there. But all right, we're going to continue on here. Just have to push level in this spot here, and then I mean, you guys have played 3-cost Reroll. We're gonna roll a lot on 7, and he's actually just gonna start pivoting his board. He knows like I must be playing ideally 7, but ideally 5 Battle Academia in this spot here. Let's look at our items here. We do get a Caitlyn here and a Jayce already, which is really good. We get a Chain Vest here. Let's roll down. Trickster's Glass, yeah, kind of has to be the take. The other option's pretty rough here. We do find the Jayce 2 Caitlyn pretty quickly, so now we're into 5 Battle Academia here, and going to move these items over to Jayce. Socialite Jayce is the pickup here. I mean, I don't hate it. Shadow Clone, triple Caitlyn. Blue buff here, going to be the IE because we picked it up. Even Shroud, tank items, their Crown Guard like we talked about. Actually, he doesn't slam Crown Guard yet, interestingly enough, and he's holding on to the red buff on bench for now as well. Kind of surprising too, but all right. Last augment here, Trifecta is okay. I mean, the other options, I would just take Trifecta here for guaranteed combat. He's a much braver man than me, so he will. I mean, is Sword Overflow even good here? I think you're almost he's gonna take Cyber Uplink. Wow. Huh. And I think this is an augment that a lot of people don't think very highly of. But I mean, if you think about it, I mean, we have a ton of items in this spot here. We're able to itemize, you know, practically everybody. We have the Shadow Clone, which, I mean, it should get Cyber Uplink value. To be fair, like, Caitlyn is also gets Cyber Uplink value if you had a different power up onto her. But interesting, the Cyber Uplink. I mean, I think he really just didn't like his other options that much. I mean, to be fair, Trifecta in this comp is like, it's whatever. You're not playing a third 3 cost, which means you're losing 33% of the value, which is quite bad. And then Call to Chaos, it's just like, a lot of the Call to Chaoses would be disastrous for us. There are a few that would probably be good. I mean, I don't even know, actually. Because, like, yes, if you get, like, a bunch of free rolls, you would just teleport to Jayce 3, Cait 3. But then your board would be pretty weak late game when you'd be completely down a power up or a other augment here. All right. Well, we are we basically are at where we need to be at this point. We are 6 Jayces, 5 Caitlyn, so we really just need to chill and slow roll. That is a Leona on Carousel. I mean, you will yoink that if you can get it. Sadly, we cannot get it, so we have to just take another Chain Vest here, which, I mean, I guess it could end up being Bramble. We do have 7 Battle Academia now with the Yuumi. He's gonna roll pretty deep here because we are 1 off Jayce. I mean, 66 HP. I wonder if in hindsight Kurum would say that this is correct, because we rolled really deep here just to try to stabilize, and we did find the Jayce 3. I mean, we had it with Duplicator the whole time. I don't know. To me, this looks like an overroll. Like, I think he definitely... I mean, 66 HP, you can easily just chill these 2 fights. I mean, this fight, he completely destroyed Reuniclus. I mean, maybe Reuni would have lost that fight, or we would have lost that fight to Reuni, but I don't know if that's even really true. So, and you do still really want to find the Caitlyn 3. I mean, we are playing this hilarious, by the way, setup with the triple Caitlyns. I actually haven't gone this setup on her before, but I actually wanted to pull up these stats on a Trickster's class on Caitlyn. Control F. I can't even... She's not at the top of the list at all. Caitlyn... Ooh, the stats don't really say that this is great. I mean, I think in an ideal world, you move this to like Leona 2 or something like that, but we'll see, I guess. But for now, I mean, it's triple Caitlyn's. That's kind of cool. But I mean, the second one is not amazing. All right. Max cap here. So this guy did manage to hit Kog'Maw 3, which is, I mean, very, very scary. He at least doesn't have like a Giga frontline yet, so that's like something to live with. But yeah, all right. I mean, we're actually at kind of a crossroads here. Do you want to push level? Do you want to not? We really love another Caitlyn item here. Like I said, move the other thingy off. We can look for like Yuumi items here. Like Death Cap, I don't know, QSS, and then move the item. He's gonna go for the Chain Vest and just make Death Cap Gargoyle here. And then just leave the double Caitlyn set up here. I mean, I guess he doesn't even really have to roll a lot in this spot here. Our board should be very strong. And I mean, if you guys haven't been watching the fights because you have me on the second monitor because you're playing Hollow Knight Silk Song, then, you know, more power to you. I appreciate the viewership regardless. But, I mean, this Jayce is clearing people. This Jayce is absolutely clearing. We are going to push 8 here and say we really just value getting in heavyweight onto this, and it's still quite reasonable to find Caitlyn on level 8s. Yeah, I mean, this is something that I always struggle with, is actually, like, when do you opt to push, you know, level in this comp versus... you know, stay level 7 and dig for Caitlyn 3. But I mean, so much power in the Jayce. I mean, this honestly could have been a heavyweight diff. This fight was pretty close there, and the Caitlyn, you know, doing a lot of work, and, you know, eventually we'll just find her on level 8. So this makes sense. The other thing is, like, we still need to find Yuumi 2, Leona 2 on level 8. So it's really good odds to find everything on 8. So this makes sense. And yeah, I mean, socialite value, it's not quite the like socialite dance that you normally see. This is kind of an interesting little triangle socialite setup that Kurum is going for, because he doesn't want his Jayce to like take full aggro at the start. He, you know, is tanky, but is not so tanky that you just want him to like straight up, you know, take full aggro, like I literally just said. I guess the other funny thing I didn't really consider it about uplink is that it does still help you make up for the Silvermere Dawn effect. That's so funny, where you don't get the mana gen. Do you ever take Sniper here, by the way? I mean, you do, right? And you just throw it onto Yuumi, and then you have Sniper for your Caitlyn. It's kind of nice. The only awkward thing is now what is our level 9? But I mean, we're pretty far from 9. We still have to roll for everything here on 8. So yeah, 1 off Kate. Let's roll it down. We do pick it up, which is huge here. And we are going to Snipers of the Yuumi, like we talked about. Yeah, spot's looking great. I do wonder if we ever get off of this this second Caitlyn duplication, the Trickster's Glass, just because I mean the stats do not like it. All right. Lose to Kog'Maw here from Bin Riem. Bin Riem is not Bin Tiem, right? I think Bin Riem is just like an NA player. Actually, I'm like quite sure, which is just kind of a funny name. But we will continue to chill here. I mean, the upside is they're stuck on max cap. So, if we can hit everything and then eventually push 9, then we will be quite strong. So that is nice, though. It'd really be nice if we could actually kill off this However player, because they are holding, all of our Battle Academia stuff. And I think we can. The Jayce doing crazy work here. The Lilia cutscene is kind of fun. Oh, I don't know. It's all right. I don't know. I mean, I thought about it. We do get another Ornn item here, which is big. Just Innervating Locket Leona, I guess. Prowler's Claw Jayce, but you kind of have to move one of your really good items. I guess you just take Locket and put it onto Leona. I mean, it's not Innervating Locket Jayce, is it? Where, like, it kind of wraps back around. I mean, I'd love to see it, but I think it's just going to be... Oh, is he actually just going to... He's going to actually Innervating Locket Garen? I mean, Garen, obviously, we've talked about this at some point on the channel about the Innervating Locket tech, where you just make him last forever, get a trillion casts off, he's infinitely tanky. I don't know exactly about it here, just because we're so late into the game. Like, part of the value of Locket on Garen is that you can stack up a lot of stacks onto him. I mean, honestly, it looked fine. And I guess his thought is, like, multiple Garen casts is very valuable. Multiple Leona casts is really, like, whatever. Yeah, okay. I mean... It makes some amount of sense, honestly. And it does look like we are just going to sit on this Trickster's Glass Caitlyn forever, which, I mean, I don't know how much the clone is doing. I think the stats don't like it just because the extra clone really doesn't do that much damage. But, I mean, honestly, in a setup like this where Jayce is doing backline access, the second Caitlyn is doing backline access, the third Caitlyn might actually be, like, enough of getting you past the threshold of shooting people that it's actually worth it, which is kind of hilarious. Pick up Yuumi too. So now we're really just looking at pushing the last level 2, level 9, getting Protector in on this board, which we don't have much shielding, so it's not like you're getting a ton. I mean, it's Sterak's. Sterak's shields Jayce, and so getting 5% durability onto Jayce from Protector is nice. That is something I shouted out early on in the set, but I'm sure there are some people who still don't know. Like, Protector applies to your entire board. Your entire board, if they get shielded, gets 5% DR, which early on in the set, I did not realize that, but now I do. All right, and Kurumx realizes that he's probably going first this game. Actually, he might have known that earlier. I mean, Bin Riem here is still quite strong, but once again, this guy's stuck max cap, so it is very hard for them to max cap out higher than this. Pick up another death cap. The double death cap plus snipers BIS Yuumi is in play here. We do hit Leona 2, which is a big upgrade here. And yeah, I mean, at this point, we can really just roll down for a few things. Normally, you'd like to play Varus on this board, but we already have the snipers +1. So, I mean, you're happy with this being your board. And yeah, really just trying to make sure his Jayce does not, like, take a ton of aggro, trying to make sure that this Garen with Innervating Locket does get a billion casts off. I mean, I guess to be fair, Garen gets a ton of HP. Innervating Locket does still just synergize really well with units with a ton of HP. So I guess it is still good on Garen, even this late into the game. I've never actually seen this late of an Innervating Locket, like a 6-1 Innervating Locket, but I mean, it seems pretty good. All right. Probably taking this game to stage 7, actually, because we're not going to be able to 10-0 Bin Riem. But, I mean, I feel like the writing is on the wall here. We are on a 5 streak here. Really just trying to allow this Garen to get max gargoyle value. Trying to make sure... I don't know, we swapped it over to the left at the last second. I mean, there's no, like, Braum you have to deal with or anything like that. But we'll see here. Oh, yeah, this guy ended up moving the second Radiant Archangels over to Janna. That's so funny. Because, yeah, I mean, double Radiant Archangels Cog, it's just too much, right? You want... Shojin to allow him to cast, you want Frontline to allow him to actually make time. Like, if you could go triple Radiant Archangels, you wouldn't, because your Frontline's just going to crumble in 2 seconds. So, I mean, they made it to Janna 3. I mean, that's what happens when you have max cap. This guy's sitting on 50 gold here, by the way. Just like, what am I supposed to do with all this gold? I mean, a max cap top 2 is pretty good, I will say, as well. That is an augment where usually you are playing for top 4. All right, let's pop the Anvil, see what we... Oh, what? What is he trying to... Grief? What is this? What is he? What? He looked really surprised there, like he accidentally did this. What are you doing, Kurumx? Why did you take out... Why did he put the Neferian on the board? What's funny is, like, this is just BM, man. Like, you have this guy stuck in this game. Why did he do that? his idea was that 3 sniper was better. Why does he have Nefiri on the board? All right, so someone's gonna have to like tell me in the comments what this guy is doing, because I don't think there is any upside to cutting out heavyweight to get a random Nefiri on the board. I mean, he's trying to make his board weaker so that he can. I don't know. He's just griefing. I actually don't know what he's doing here, and he's actually losing fights. Oh, he's oh, what a beast! He's griefing his board, making himself weaker so that he can hit Prismatic Battle Academia. I mean, okay, all right, that's maximum content. But he accidentally took 7 Battle Academia out, which meant that it couldn't stack for that one round. Okay, so now we have Prismatic Battle Academia. This means this game is even more OP than it was, and everybody's huge, and it's an easy first. Well, incredible game, really showing off this tech, but also just showing off some interesting stuff from Kurumx. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, please like, comment, subscribe, check my Twitch, and my links down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.